The Voice of Nigeria (VON) is seeking to renew and strengthen its partnership with Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) in broadcasting positive Nigerian, African, and NCC stories to the world. The Director General of VON, Malam Jibril Baba Ndashi, solicited for the renewal when he paid a courtesy visit to the Commission in Abuja. He further explained that as DG, he remained determined and focused on telling the Nigerian and African stories through a deliberate, believable, and truthful manner.
I'm here today with my team, first to congratulate the chair, but also to bring to the table and to renew the existing relationship which I inherited. Of course, if you are appointed, you inherit both asset and liability. And NCC is one of the assets that I inherited in terms of partnership. And I thought that I like to go by the teaching of the Bible, Matthew 7:7. You ask, you seek, you knock. You know, we can't sit back. As a DJ, I said, I can't be armchair DJ. I will go out to look for all our partnership, to say we are here. We want to thank you for what you are doing for us, but like Oliver Twist, we want to ask for more. But we also want to do it by saying that we are not coming to you empty-handed. We are coming to tell you that we are a platform that has something to give to you as an institution. Voice of Nigeria is perhaps the only public institution in Nigeria and by extension Africa that broadcasts in 8 languages, 4 local and 4 international. On daily basis, our broadcast is in Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, and Fulfulde. And for the international, we broadcast in English, of course, naturally being our national language, and then French, Arabic, and Swahili. You know, and our mandate is to tell Nigerian and African story. Tell positive story about Nigeria and Nigerians, about Africa and Africans. And as Director General, in the last 4 months, I've remained very determined to say that I will remain focused on telling Nigeria and African story through deliberate, believable, and truthful manner, to ensure that, yes, as a country, we are not saying we are perfect, but we are saying that there are good stories every day about our country, the good thing that NCC is doing. You know, some issues that NCC that have managed, which some of us know, you know, in terms of what is natural, in terms of crisis between network providers that are able to manage. We know that in some countries, some of those issues have blown out of proportion, but you are able to manage it, and we appreciate that what you're doing. We also see what you do in terms of protecting the consumers. At every point, NCC is always deliberate in intervening where they see that the right of the consumers are being trampled upon by the provider. I would like to also commend you for that. But I would like to say that you're doing a lot in terms of consistently telling your story, but we want VON platform to be one of the platforms that should be the driver in telling the story. Because all the platforms that are telling your story, there is none that is telling it in 8 languages. We are the only platform that can do that. So that is why we're here, to tell you that we are your partner, very strategic partner. We are a public institution like you, but we have something to give, and we want to strengthen that existing relationship. We'd like to commend you for all the things that you have been doing for our country. Today, by the role that NCC is playing, Nigeria is perhaps one of the most active countries in terms of users of telecom all over in Africa, and even competing in other parts of the world. It is the level playing field that you have provided guidance, provided the necessary institutional framework to ensure that people are able to operate in this particular environment. But what is also unique about NCC is that NCC has also been deliberate and consistent in having media plan around its own activity. And that is why you are here, our senior colleague, Mr. Ruben, my brother, Dr. Mita, and several others that I know, Musa and others who are all in the department with you working and some who have left after their service to this institution and to the country. I'd like to continue on that trajectory of understanding that whatever you do, if you don't tell your story, nobody will tell it for you. Especially now we're in the age of misinformation, disinformation, and even fake news. So we'd like to partner with you as an institution in also helping to fight misinformation, disinformation, and even fake news. That is the reason why we are here. We are willing to partner with you at all levels in whatever you're doing. If you have new programs, you have new product you want to launch, you should see Vaughan as a willing partner in doing that.
In his response, the Executive Commissioner Technical Services appreciated Vaughan and Ndashe. He also apologized to Ndashe for the absence of the Executive Vice Chairman of NCC, Dr. Aminu Maida, saying he is on an official assignment.
It's not coincidence that the EVC of NCC was appointed just 8 days before you. Maybe because that collaboration needs to be strengthened, and that's exactly what we have seen happening here. We appreciate the fact that you have considered the NCC to be an asset that you have inherited and will continue to be such assets. The collaboration between the two agencies is something that we know is not to be taken for granted. You know, it's often said that if you don't tell your story, who will tell it for you? You have been telling our stories, and now we have even more opportunity for you to tell the story even more than you have been doing. So we appreciate your recognizing the need for us to have this type of relationship, and we want to promise you that it's something that we will also take very seriously at the NCC. We are also committed as a commission to ensuring that whatever collaboration we need to have and even strengthen the more, we will not delay in doing so.